Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Unit Reviews. If you don't know what this series is, this is a series where you guys get to share with me your best units and we rate them on a scale between 1 and 10. 10 being the most cracked in the game, max talents, everything is absolutely perfect and there is nothing I would change about the build. 1 being absolute garbage, level 1 talents, no artifacts, no weapon, just complete and utter trash. That being said though, let's get into the video. Also, if you guys would like a chance to get your own unit reviewed, you can check out my Discord. The link will be in the description below. If you join the Discord and then you go to the hashtag unit review channel and check the pinned messages, there will be a guide there for what you have to do to submit your own character for review. Keep in mind that I only do 5 or 6 of these per episode, so there is always a chance for you to get in one of these episodes, as we only have so many people submitting theirs, and I do these quite frequently. So make sure to go down and submit your own unit for review. Anyways, let's get back into the video. First unit we are going to review here today is Althea, and they wanted me to review their Eula. So let's check it out here. Eula, main physical DPS Eula, I imagine here. She is rocking 2,000 attack. That's what we like to see. 20k HP is kind of a lot for you. Won't lie. 20k HP is kind of a lot. What weapon are you rocking here? Sonic Broken Pines, good choice. You got her best in slot weapon. Love this weapon for her. Not much you can improve on here. This is the optimal weapon. You have 4-piece Pale Flame. I believe that is her best in slot. That or 2-piece Bloodstain, 2-piece Pale Flame. I'm not too sure, but I think 4-piece Pale Flame is perfect. Talents, Triple Crowned Eula. Okay, Constellation 0. Sometimes I just look up into the sky and I wonder how. You know, maybe they're just a free-to-play and they got incredibly lucky. You never know. Are you a whale? Oh my gosh. Yeah, you're a whale. God damn, man. C6. Your pockets run deep, my friend. God damn. Keep in mind that the C6 won't really go into my overall rating, just because it'd be unfair and biased if I were to rate people who spend more money on the game higher than people who don't spend money on the game. So this won't go into the overall rating, but it is a little nice addition, I won't lie. This probably increases her DPS more than anything else that you possibly could have on her. Anyways, let's look at the artifacts. These are where it really counts. These are the juice of every single character in the game. Let's see here. Not a bad piece. Not the best piece I've ever seen. 12% crit rate is pretty good. Times by 2, you got like you're barely stretching out 30 crit value there, and you got some flat defense. Definitely not the best piece I've ever seen, but not a bad piece by any means. This piece is really nice. 10 crit rate, 13 crit damage. You got 1 flat attack roll. A little unfortunate. If this flat attack roll had just gone crit damage, you could have had a 40 CV piece. Would have been like the perfect piece. But that being said, this is not a bad piece by any means at all. This is your off piece, and for being an off piece, it is absolutely nuts. You have 15% crit rate. You have a 30+ crit value hat. That's so nuts, man. How do people get pieces like this? I genuinely don't understand. And you can't just even surmise it down to them being a whale. This doesn't just happen. You don't just get 15+ crit rate. That's nuts. Crazy piece there. Probably the best piece we've seen so far. You have an on-set goblet. Interesting. I have a feeling this piece will be kind of niche, just because it's on set. Let's see. It wasn't niche at all. Oh my gosh. That's 35 crit value on an on-set goblet. That is insane. That is absolutely insane. A little HP percent, which is unfortunate. You got 1 roll into it. Oh my gosh. Imagine if that HP percent was just energy recharge or crit damage. This piece is absolutely crazy. And the sands, pretty damn good. Pretty damn good. Oh my gosh. Between all these pieces, your feather is definitely the most lackluster. I think you could probably definitely get a better feather here. Other than that, you can improve half these pieces. The odds of you getting a better attack percent stance in this is so slim. You can maybe get a better flower. You won't get a better hat than this, and you won't get a better physical damage inset cup than this. The improvements that I could even suggest to make to your Eula would be so, like, unequivocally slim. 65 190, yeah, no, that's nuts. You're almost reaching 7200. You're actually so close to it. There's like almost no corrections you can make to this build, other than this feather's a little niche, I won't lie. Considering that you're a whale and how cracked your Eula seems to be, the feather's a little niche. A little low on energy recharge. You could always just fix that by having a cryo support on your team like Diona or Rosaria, so I can't critique you too much for that here. Your physical damage is bonus is 104%, which is really, really good. and you're rocking 7200. It's probably the best build I think we've ever seen on this series so far. I'm gonna be a little critical here. I was gonna say 9.9, but I'm gonna say 9.8. It's not a perfect build. You're still missing a couple things. We cannot say this is perfect. Like, for example, to get a perfect 10 out of 10, this would have to be attack percent. This defense percent roll would have to be energy recharge. It's just little critiques like that get you those extra 0.1s. But overall, this Eula, yeah, no, absolutely nuts. There's really nothing else you could do for her other than like critiquing artifacts, man. Anyways, let's get on to the next build. Next up, we have Dazai, and they wanted me to check out their level 60 Barbara. Okay, we could do that. Wait, what are you? 52? Okay, so there's no excuse for the level 60 then. There's absolutely no excuse for having a level 60. Well, let's see here. Weapon. Prototype Amber, level 90, best in slot weapon for Barbara, I think, other than maybe Thrilling Tales. Okay. 2-piece Tenacity, 2-piece Ocean Dew Clam. I think that's probably fine for Barbara. This probably isn't bad at all. What's your constellation? 3? Sure. I mean, it's Barbara. Who really cares? But, you know, you do get this nice little constellation stick. Free revive, though. Pog. Talents. 444. I think that's the max you can go at level 60. So I can't critique you too hard on your talents. This is the character that you submitted for review. So I imagine this is probably... You wanted this to be somewhat of a flex. I don't know. This could be a meme build. I'm not sure. Let's check the pieces out. This will make or break the Barbara here. Healing bonus? Okay, healing bonus. Not actually a bad healing bonus at. For Barbara, this is pretty nice. You got some energy recharge, some HP percent, flat HP. Yeah, no, this piece isn't bad at all. This piece is really, really nice. Again, another nice piece. It'd be nicer if this crit damage was HP percent, but this isn't a bad piece either. I don't know how I feel about this piece. Like, yeah, it's a good piece, but it's a crit rate, crit damage, stat 1, which is more geared towards, like, units that you want to be, you know, attack based, and Barbara isn't one of those units, especially when you have her at level 60. Yeah, HP percent, sure. Elemental mastery, flat HP, sure. Why not? You're kind of missing the important energy recharge stat there. And never mind, I forgot it's Barbara. Energy recharge doesn't matter on Barbara. And then this piece, yeah, sure. I mean, you got some crit rate. That's a lot of crit rate. Goddamn, bro. 13% crit rate. What's your crit stats on Barbara? 3477. Is that a perfect 50-50? No. It's not a perfect 50-50 split, but it's pretty close, you know. You got a split. It's not a good split, but it's a split nonetheless. You got 50% healing bonus, 118 recharge. You don't really need to focus on energy recharge with Barbara. It's just kind of helpful if you want a good burst up time. No hydro damage bonus, you don't really need it. I mean, yeah, bro, it's just the basic Barbara build. If I'm being honest, it's the basic Barbara build. There's not much you can really do with this unit other than just make her do as much healing as possible, and that's what you did with Barbara. There's honestly not much for me to even say about this build. It's just a very, very basic Barbara build. Some critiques I can give you, though, is running crit stats, it's not worth it. Barbara's not doing any damage anyways. There's no point in trying to buff her damage. You might as well just do as much healing as possible by getting HP percent and energy recharge on some of these pieces. Like, yeah, this piece, you really don't need crit rate attack percent. I'm gonna be honest, this isn't gonna help you. Then again, no subsets really do help Barbara at all other than HP percent and flat HP. This piece is really nice, though. This is definitely a keeper piece. Your Barbara is level 60. She does have level 4 talents, so I can't give you a rating above 5. And I can't cut you any slack because you're AR 52 too. So I think your Barbara's gonna be a straight 4.5 out of 10 for me. I'm sorry, my friend, but it's just not there what I'd like to see for a really good solid unit. Anyways, let's get on to the next one. Next up, we have somebody from the Discord server, Lofty, and they wanted me to review their Yoi Mia. Okay, let's see here. They said they are a dolphin, and they have spent maybe $300 on the game, which I think is a reasonable build. Definitely a lot less than I've spent. So let's see the queen herself, Yoi Mia, the icon of the Kekvin channel, kinda. Let's see what we're rocking here. 10, 10, 10 on the talents. Perfect, just what I like to see. The fact that you have Yoi Mia built already speaks to your character, and the fact that you are an amazing person. Anybody who has Yoi Mia built is just the greatest human being alive. We love Yoi Mia havers on the Kekvin channel. Thundering Pulse R1, best in slot weapon. I'm so jealous. I wish I had that weapon, man. I want that weapon so bad on my account. Hasn't come home for me yet, though. Hasn't come home for me. 2,000 attack, not too shabby. That's better than my Yoi Mia. 75 crit rate, 219 crit damage. That's a really good ratio. That's a really, really good ratio. Oh my gosh. 46 powder damage bonus. Perfect. Let's see some of these pieces here. 7% crit rate, 25% crit damage, not too bad, not too shabby. That's a pretty solid piece. 10% defense, not the greatest, but what are you gonna do? 14% flat attack, not too shabby either. In terms of wasted stats, you have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 8 wasted stats, which isn't too bad. I wouldn't say that's the greatest, and you should probably aim to get lower. Like, I see that this pyro damage cup, 24% crit damage. You could definitely improve this. I can definitely see you improving this. So yeah, as well as with this crit rate hat. That being said, it does have 25% crit damage. So I don't know if you actually can improve this. This is a really good piece. Attack percent sans, 12% crit rate. Again, it's not a bad piece. It's not a bad piece by any means. Don't get me wrong. It's better than my attack percent sans on my account. So this isn't a bad piece. And it has 3 good stats, 1 wasted one. HP percent isn't the greatest. Elemental mastery is good. Yeah, not a bad piece by any means though. And then this feather's really nuts. These 2 pieces, the feather and the flower, I should exaggerate this. These 2 pieces are really good. They both overcap 40 crit value, which is what you want on all your pieces if you can. Yeah, no, these 2 pieces are really nice. These are keeper pieces. The only pieces I can really see you replacing are maybe the sands. It's still pretty good. I don't know if you could actually replace it. It's like, you'd have to really grind the Shiwanawa domain to replace this. And then I think you could definitely replace this, though. This only has 20 CV. This piece is probably replaced. But no, not bad by any means at all. But I think overall, I'm gonna have to give you a solid 9 out of 10. The fact that you built Yoimiya, you know what? I rate you just for that alone. So just know you got a 10 out of 10 in my heart. But, you know, for the build and the artifacts in general, I have to give you a solid 9 out of 10. 10 out of 10 on the talent, 10 out of 10 on the weapon, best in slot. And I'd say probably 8 out of 10 on the artifacts, which just brings it down to a 9. But still a good Yoimiya nonetheless. Let's move on to the next unit. Next up, we have TND, and they wanted me to review their sucrose. Let's see here. Sucrose, level 90 out of 90. 1800 attack. What? Wait, hold up. 1800 attack, 58 EM, 1400 max HP. That's pretty normal. Max HP. Are we seeing a DPS sucrose here? Surely not. I want to look at your crit stats, but we'll save that for last if this is a DPS sucrose. What's your weapon? No shot. No shot. Who are you? C6? The triple crown? What about Albedo? Yeah. God damn. That's cool, you know. That's really cool. I've never seen this before. That's really cool. Shout out to you. I've never seen somebody run a DPS sucrose before. I'm interested to see what these pieces are like. I want to see how good your crit ratio is here. I also pointed out that your C6 too, which is probably, I'm not sure if this helps DPS sucrose at all. I don't remember what a lot of these talents do. I think some increase EM, obviously the talent scaling ones, but I don't think a lot of these would help with DPS sucrose, but you never know. Man, how much I wonder how much he does just like on a charge attack or on like a regular attack. I'd be interested to see stuff like this. I love to see when people build characters that aren't meant to be DPSs as DPSs. It's just so unique, and you don't see many people do it. Especially when they're catalyst users too, because you can't even just put them on a physical build and get them with the physical shred. Like Sucrose, there's almost no helping her in terms of just pure damage output. With that being said though, let's check some of these pieces. What? 13 times 2. I'm just gonna do 14 times 2 to make it simpler. 28 plus 21, 49 CV. That's, oh my gosh. That's so close to 50 CV. This is a crazy piece. Oh my gosh. How? Imagine if this is energy recharge. If this is energy recharge, this is the perfect piece. Energy recharge here, this is the perfect piece. Greatest piece of all time. Feather? Yeah, I mean, not as good as the last one, but cares? Who cares? It's still almost 40 crit value. Sans, this is an offset sans, so it's gotta be pretty good. Damn straight it was. Oh, this makes me feel like my account is garbage. This is such a good sans. Again, like that's base rounded up to 50 crit value. Might as well. It's that good. Another crazy piece. Not as good as the last two, but it's on. Never mind. It's on set. For actually, this would be a really good Zhao piece. I wish I had this on my account. God damn. All these pieces. I like to point out that all the pieces we've seen so far, not a single HP percent. Almost no flat stats other than this one has flat defense, this one has flat attack. There's almost no wasted stats on any of these pieces. Even like an EM roll, where is it? EM roll here, that's not a wasted roll. EM's great for Sucrose. What's your hat? I'm gonna be honest, this, you know, considering all your other pieces, this one's definitely a step down from the rest of your god piece, but that's not me saying this is a bad piece. If this was on my account, I'd keep it. It's still a good piece. 21 crit damage, 35% EM. It's just comparatively to the rest of your pieces. This one, you know, it's not on par with the god tier that the rest. But yeah, still a good piece on the list. Now let's see. Artifact details, 64. He has 64 crit rate alone just from artifacts. That's nuts. All right, let's tier split. This is gonna be like 100, 200, I bet. I'm gonna say 80, 190. Oh my gosh. It's better than I thought it was. It's 7230? Who just has 230 crit damage on a sucrose? I need to play the sucrose. How? Oh my gosh. This is such a confusing thing to give a ranking, because obviously this is the most optimal way to use sucrose. EM sucrose would be way better, generally. But this is just such an interesting build, and I honestly rate you for doing this, because it's so unique. On the uniqueness scale and the creativity scale, I give you a 10 out of 10. But generally, just for the character alone, the way you built it, and determining artifacts, weapons, and talents are all near perfect, but not perfect. So I'm going to give you a 9.8 out of 10. So tied with the Eula that we rated previously. Again, it's just one of those things where you just don't have, like, perfect artifacts. I'm talking perfect. The only one that I say is, like, there's no way you improve is this one. This one you can't improve, basically. But yeah, overall, great sucrose. Love to see it.